Well, everyone, it's time to go and talk about Apple Arcade and see if this is still worth buying in 2023. Now, for those of you who don't know, Apple Arcade is pretty much an unlimited gaming platform that Apple has made, and it's kind of a cool idea. I do think that recently they've made some interesting improvements, but I don't really think it's even really worth buying that much anymore, considering that they haven't really done too much development or too many games that have been made for Apple Arcade. But lots of things have changed. Like I said, there's going to be some improvement, and I do think probably within the next couple of years, I could totally see people, once they get a large amount of games here, a lot of people probably plan buying it for the most part. Now, you can try it free, so there's a free trial available, but some of the key highlights of Apple Arcade is that you're getting unlimited access to 200 plus incredibly fun games. This is what they're saying, with more added all the time. That I don't know if it's 100% true, but I guess they are adding new games here and there. You're getting no ads, no interruptions, and no in-app purchases. Those are really big takeaways. That is something that's really cool, and that is really nice that Apple is highlighting it, because that is one of the biggest problems, or one of the biggest things that people don't like about modern gaming, at least modern mobile gaming, is that you're getting tons and tons of advertisements, you're getting tons of interruptions, which happen all the time, and in-app purchases can be annoying, and these games have no in-app purchases. You also have the capability of playing online or offline, and you can share across your different Apple devices, and you can actually share your subscription with up to 5 people, which is actually pretty cool. Now, the pricing strategy of this is basically, so if you have, if you want to buy a free 1-month trial, it's going to be free, but it is basically $4.99 a month after the free period. So definitely keep that in mind. You do get a free 1-month trial in Apple One. So if you want to go ahead and get it, if you want to try it free through Apple One, which is their kind of shared thing with a bunch of other, things that they have. Well, that's another option. But if you have an Apple device, if you have an iPhone or iPad or Mac, you can also get 3 months free of Apple Arcade if you have one of those devices too, which is actually pretty cool. So you do have a few different options here. If you want to go ahead and, try it, you have that option there, which is really cool. Now, there are 200 plus games, available right now, but I don't know if there's games that you have to go ahead and get on Apple Arcade that you basically wouldn't be able to find, alternative games on your app store that are free. So what I mean by that is basically for these games that are available, there are some that are really cool that I'm sure a lot of people are going to use. And like I mentioned, I do like how, you can play cross-platform on your iPhone or Mac, whichever way you want to, but I've been looking at some of these games and I'm not really, the biggest fan of some of these games, For example, with Apple Arcade, you have Temple Run Plus, you have, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff. You have a lot of games that I just don't think I would ever play at all. And I'm sure there's some that are really fun and I'm sure a lot of people enjoy. But personally for me, I don't really see I wouldn't necessarily go through Apple Arcade just because of the, no interruptions, no in-app purchases, no nothing like that. Because it's not for every game inside of the App Store. It's only for games within Apple Arcade. I think if there was somehow Apple was able to go ahead and make some sort of no in-app purchases, no, ads mode for all the games, I think that would be worth buying. But as of right now, because it's kind of like a game by game basis, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to go ahead and get into this unless you're somebody who does a lot of mobile gaming. And even then, if you don't do a lot of mobile gaming, you're still stuck to the whims of Apple to actually go ahead and basically, and Apple and the game developers to release games within Apple Arcade. So the thing I'm trying to say here is that I like, that Apple's going through and making a lot of these games available, and they're kind of moving in that direction, which is nice. But I don't really think Apple Arcade is necessarily the first, game subscription that you should go ahead and buy. I think honestly, you're probably better off just downloading the free games available on the App Store, which there's probably millions of applications available right now. You might as well go down that way, because the games that I've personally played on Apple Arcade that I've used before, they weren't really the best, they weren't really the most fun, and unless you really know a game that you're trying to play, Apple Arcade may not be worth it as of right now. But because games are being added all the time, there could be a chance after I make this video, there's new games added, and there's probably a game you might like, and then you can go and just download it that way. So I would recommend just seeing all the games that are available. If it's any that stand out to you, go for it. But I would say for the most part, it's not really worth buying, probably for the average person who's playing any game on their mobile device. So that pretty much covers it up. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that will mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.